See, family, this is what I'm gonna do. My mom bought me all of her old red potatoes, and you see, they already started to sprout. A lot of them already started to sprout. So, since my um, potatoes have seemed to be um, growing well, for those of you who was watching the previous videos, I've been practicing many different things, and I'm still trying to learn. Like, I'm still trying to learn a lot of stuff, but the potatoes seems to be turn out well. And all I've ever done um, was use old potatoes. You know, I use old sweet potatoes and old red potatoes, and I got some last year. But I didn't get that many last year. But for those of you that saw when I harvested, I got my first. What was it? I got my first purple sweet potato last year. So this year, I'm just gonna plant these red potatoes on this side, and then later I'll come back and plant my sweet potatoes and some more purple sweet potatoes on this side. And what I'm doing now is just tilling it. And I've got a lot of worms in this dirt too. When I was pulling up the weeds earlier this morning, I saw that I had a good bit of worms. So we're gonna put that there, and then I'm just gonna plant these. And what I do later, I ate all my. No, baby, I always want to feed you in the way. I ate all of my purple sweet potatoes. Look at this. But what I've got to do, what I want to do again this year, I want to get me some more purple sweet potatoes and regular sweet potatoes, and I'll plant those on that side. So all of my red potatoes, I always plant them on this side. So this is what I have time for to put this in. And I don't know if you hear the noise in the background, but I've got my um, truck running because I'm going to change the oil and I'm going to change the crankcase filter. Just getting some Sunday's chores done, you know. So, okay, really? Oh, wow, that's a big fat one. God, another one. God, big fat joke. So that's all I'm going to do here, and then I will move on to the next thing. I've been putting a lot of eggshells in this truck. I mean, not the truck, in the garden. Like whenever I use my eggs and stuff, I'll just put eggshells, all my old eggshells and stuff. I just crack them and spread them out, and then I still have a compost bin that I use for all my old food and stuff from the house. I just put that in the compost that stuff in the compost bin. And so we really don't throw away. We really don't throw away anything over here. And I got some of this dirt out from the back because the chickens have made my soil really, really rich back there in the back. Alright, now I did that. So it's on to my next thing. Now I'm about to drain this oil. I got my can and my stuff on the ground so the oil don't go everywhere. I let the engine heat up because it's good to let the engine heat up for the diesel and get all the old sludge and stuff out. That wind is blowing. There we go. There goes the oil. Filling up rather quickly. So now what I'll do is, while that thing is draining, see, I like for it to drain for a while. So I'm gonna go change the filter. And this is pretty much what I try to do. Get all my maintenance and stuff. You know, when I first started working on my vehicles, at first it was because I had the dealer messed up something and wanted to charge me a lot of money for it. And I ended up going behind them and finding the problem and fixing it. And they wouldn't honor the integrity or the lack of integrity of their mechanics. So I ended up having to go to court, and I won my case. And after I won my case, that motivated me to like, okay, well, I can, if I did that myself, then I can do this. You know, I can do the regular small maintenance myself. And so that's what motivated me to start doing the maintenance on all of my vehicles, because it was like, dang, how do you trust them? They're the ones who specialize in this, and they messed up your truck, and then they said they had the best mechanic on it, but he lied about what he did, and the judge knew he lied because obviously this woman has taken the time to gone through all of this stuff, and I don't even think the judge even knew some of the terminology of what was done. But I had pictures and everything ready to explain what I found and how I found it and what was done, and he sided in my favor. And so when the judge sided in my favor, I started doing my regular maintenance myself, and then one thing led to the next, and I would ask my uncles and stuff like that, and my dad's brother, he would come and show me how to do different things, because I'm like a visual and a kinesthetic learner. I got to see it and I got to put my hands on it. And so I started learning and acquiring tools and more tools and more tools, and then before you know it, several years go by, and I ended up working on bigger and bigger jobs as problems would arise. And so I found it to be kind of therapeutic. You know, there's something else I'm working on, but I'm not going to say it, but something else I'm working on. But I found learning these things to be so much therapeutic, and it's a blessing when you learn how to do your things yourself, and then nobody can take an advantage of you. Even if when you don't feel like doing it yourself and you have to go to someone, you already know what they're supposed to be doing, you know, so nobody can, you know, just run game on you. But anyway, let's get to the filter. Now what I'm going to do is take the filter off, and this is just how I Hook up my little filter wrench, try to get this under there to loosen it a bit, where I can finish hand tight. Loosen it by hand once I get it loosened down some. Stick it in this wheel well. And sometimes it gets tough with this little piece right here, so I have to push that back. I don't lift it up. Got it. Okay, now. Okay. Now, that's where I can finish loosening it by hand. It's not that hard at all. And then, once you learn how to replace one thing, you just go to the next and the next and the next, baby. You just keep learning. And you can learn a lot of stuff by reading books. And that's what I like to do. You can get books for every type of car there is. And you just read it. And you can learn how to do stuff. You'd be surprised when you learn how simple some of this stuff is. Unscrewing this little piece in the top of the canister, so when I pull it out, no oil will spill. I ordered this little oil can screw, oil filter screw from Gino's Garage several years ago, and it served its purpose, baby. I don't like messy jobs. There we go. Got it out. Bada boom, bada bing. Now I just got to get my filter cap out there. And then, where's the new filter? Let me get the new filter. Okay, I got the new canister. And so I'm just going to stick this in there. And then once I get it inside, of there, I will screw it on. Let me get past that hose. There we go. Alright. I got it in there. I'm going to start screwing it by hand. And you can just feel to align it up so it doesn't cross thread. And I got it aligned. And I'm going to start spinning. What's that? Don't have it aligned. Okay, let me see. Okay, I got it aligned. I got it on there. I'm going to tighten it some more. There we go. Got it tightening. Now I'm going to put this on and tighten it a few screws, a few turns. And that should be bada boom, bada bing. Oh, I dropped my thing again. I believe that's tight enough. Yep, that's tight enough. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is, before I add oil, what I want to do is replace my crankcase filter. And the crankcase filter, it's just how it helps the engine breathe as well. It's not like the engine air filter. because oil runs through there. So let me go get that. So I actually had to take a pause because I thought that I had some more crankcase filters in stock. I kind of like to keep backup parts and stuff in stock. But nevertheless, I found one. Because if I didn't find one, I was going to have to order one. And I wanted to change it now. I didn't want to wait to change it, which I could get by, but you know, I wanted to change it now while I got a fresh oil change and everything. So I found one at my local parts store, and we're gonna go get that, and then we'll be back to business. Family, I went in the store, thought I had the crankcase filter, opened it. I don't really use Dorman. Like I said, I use Fleet Guard, but I opened it just to inspect it, make sure that it would compare. The way they've got this filter made, they got the ports, the hose that you sit over the port on the truck for the breather, for the engine to breathe through the filter. It's closed. It's not even an open port or anything. There's no way. It's like it's blocked. So it just didn't look right to me, and I'd rather be safe than sorry. My engine filter doesn't need to be changed right now. The crankcase breather doesn't need to be changed right now. It's recommended every 67,500 miles. I just like to change it early, and I'll do it whenever I put a new one on. I do it whenever I change the oil and stuff. But for the one that's already on there, it's got a little over 40 something thousand miles on it. So I'll just wait until I order another Fleet Guard. So I'll wait until that comes in, and I'll just change it, the crankcase filter, during my next oil change. I surely thought I had at least one left in stock. I'm still going to check the house to just double check myself again, but I just could have swore I had one filter left in stock, but I can't find it, so I'll double check again. But anyway, I decided not to go with the Dorman, and I'm going back to finish up. All I got to do now is just put the bolt back on the oil pan and add the oil, and then I'm going to change the engine air filter, because I did not change that last oil change. So I like to change the engine air filter every other oil change, even though it says the filter there, some of the filters will say 24,000, 40,000 miles, you don't need to change it, but I just like to change it every other oil change. A lot of dust and stuff, bugs and stuff get up in there, and so it can't hurt. It can only make it better and give you better gas mileage, right? And because I have so many miles on this particular truck, I think it runs very good to say how many miles you have on it. So you take care of your vehicles, and when we take care of our vehicles, they take care of us, right? And then there's so many parts now. Like, I didn't even know. I just found out that it was hard getting the Fleet Guard filters in. I didn't even know that. So I'm gonna I'll call my dealer tomorrow to see if they have some in stock as well, just so I can try to get one and just keep it. But it's good to kind of have your stuff that you need. I stopped and got Daniel and Mate some food because they were out of food, and the lady there told me that I get them Taste of the Wild, the salmon, and she said they only had one bag left on the shelf. She said they were out of that for a while because they had some issues with their manufacturing or whatever. But I got their food. So anyway, time to get back to work. Okay, I'm back here to just, since see, this already done drip. Sometimes if I really want to let it drip, like I'll sometimes even let it drip overnight, just because you don't have to. It don't take that long to change no oil. But you're doing this yourself, you can just let it drip a little more. But I'll clean this, put my bolt back on, and then this bolt, the torque specs on it calls to be torqued at 35. So I'll get my wrench. This is a torque wrench, and on the bottom of it, I just turn it to 35 foot-pounds. Where it says 35 foot-pounds, you spin it, and the numbers on the bottom adds up. So whenever you if you never use a torque wrench before, whenever you use it, it tells you, like, if you see something that needs to be torqued down, it's just the tightness of something. That's just how you torque it down. It's just the tightness of it. And once you set it, you lock it at the bottom, and then you just continue to just spin it. Get it in there, and you just spin it until it gets, till it clicks. It'll click when at the torque you set it at. Hear that? That means that's 35 foot-pounds. So now I unlock it. I'm gonna unlock it and set it back at 0, so the spring in there can be relaxed. So unlock it and go all the way back down. And now I'm done with this. I can store this. And now I'll just add oil. So let's go add some oil. So I'm just adding oil. And this 2.5 gallons is about 8-10 quarts. So I need to add some from the other one as well to make sure that it's enough. God, this thing is heavy. Sit this here. Hopefully that doesn't fall. All right. Just gonna add a little. You know what? I actually have. Let me see. I might not need this. Man, I need to open this other big one. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. Got some left over here. So I'll just use this bad boy. And this should do it. Bada boom, bada bang. Simple as that. And it is changed in love. And I'm going to change this air filter as well. And then once I get this stuff done, I think I'm going to cook me some dinner. I'm feeling like cooking I want some jasmine rice. I want some beef fried rice. So I think I'll go and make myself some beef fried rice, and I might just call it a day. Right? I might just call it a day and get back to whatever I have to do tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yeah, that's perfect. That is perfect, baby. I didn't even have to open that other big one that I have. So now I got to set in stock for the next time. And that, my friend, is an all change service. And now, what I also want to do, put these down while I'm up here. Let me, I'm going to change this air filter. Oops. This air filter says 4-year protection, 40,000 miles. But I just change mine every other oil change. It only helps. It can't harm anything. It only helps. And it's just in here by 3 bolts. I hope you guys are having an amazing Sunday. Right? It's a beautiful day. A very beautiful day. I love being outside when the weather is nice. I'm a spring girl. I slow down in the winter, but I think I did a good job of this winter of not just staying home and slowing down. In the wintertime is when I just normally just take home vacations. I just stay home. I don't really like moving in the cold, but I think I did a very good job of remaining busy in the wintertime this winter. Now we're getting back to the heat, and I have no complaints. I know that was parched, very hot last year, and I believe we're gonna have another hoot. Some of us folk down here say when it get really, really hot, it ain't hot, it's hoot. I think we're gonna have another really hot um, summer, but we shall get through in the name of Jesus. Oh boy. See, this is not really that dirty. It's dusty, but I'm still going to change it. It's not really that dirty. It's just dusty, but I'm still going to change it. It's already been on there for about, I'd say maybe 15,000 miles. Um, and then we got all that pollen that's about to start falling down. So, we take care of our vehicles, then they will take care of us. People say, how you get almost all them miles on that stock truck? I just give it a little tender loving care, that's all. I give it a little tender loving care. I remember when I was a child, when my grandma would buy us toys and stuff, whatever she would buy me, it would always last. And my mama actually gave away some of my toys when I went to college because I didn't, use them anymore, but they were stored in my closet just as good as new. She bought us different things. Some of the kids' their toys and stuff would tear up, but everything I got, it always lasted. I always took good care of my stuff, and so my stuff always lasted me. If you get something, you take care of it. You know, take care of it. Take care of little. God to give you big. But I'm at the place in this life now, people of God. I just want to continue to live in peace. I don't need nothing much. All of my needs are pretty much met. I got all of my needs met, and even most of my wants. You know, I don't really too much care about the finer things in life. But even when you don't care about the finer things in life, people still find something to hate on you about or not like you about. It's just life. So you got to walk through this life with confidence, being confident in who you are, your relationship with God, because everybody in this life, you know, has an opinion. You're going to find some folk, you meet them today, you may not see them for another 7 years or so. You meet back up with them, they're the same. They ain't changed on you. They probably have grown and, obtained things in the earth, but for the matter, their heart posture has stayed the same with you. You meet folk like that, you never forget them. In this world, you got a lot of folk that will change up on you. That folk that you're friends with when you're broke and ain't got nothing. And then when you start getting out of a broke status and you start getting something, if they ain't doing the same thing, they gonna start getting mad at you because you don't want to be broke no more. You get folk that's working and you want to start a business. You start your business, you get folks mad at you. You start your business first and you probably wishing them well. They can't really celebrate you because they feel some type of way because they ain't got a business going. It's a sad time that we living in. You get folks see a smile on your face all the time in spite of the evil opposition that comes against you. Folk get upset hearing about it sometimes, and they could be coming in your lane, you know, listening to you, but they just want you to change something or do something different. Meanwhile, they ain't doing nothing. but sitting on the sidelines watching it. But anyway, that, my friends, is a wrap for me. I have changed the oil and the filter. I've changed the air filter. I'm holding off on the crankcase filter for now. So I'm just going to clean up all of my stuff and range some of my vehicles around. I'm going to stock up my chicken coops, go inside, take me a shower, and I want me some beef fried rice, homemade beef fried rice. That's what I'm going to make. And so I pray that your Sunday is going great. I pray that you continue to have a blessed and a relaxing Sunday, whatever pleases your soul. And I pray that you're relaxed and you're feeling blessed, right? Have a blessed day. If nobody told you that they loved you today, then you know your little country bumpkin sister loves you.